Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich has undoubtedly changed the lives of millions of people since its publication in 1937. But I was wondering that why more people, or why most people, don't actually become rich by reading this. They might think rich, but they never grow rich. So I want to take a look at that in today's video. I want to kind of talk about it with you, kind of throw some ideas out there, and I would love to get your feedback as well. Now, the whole concept of Think and Grow Rich is a very abstract, esoteric concept, right? Like the first time you read it, you're going to be like, what the hell is he talking about with this, right? Because he's essentially saying that if you are determined enough, if you are persistent enough, and you have a clear vision in your mind, a definite purpose in life, you can grow rich. You will become rich. However, I feel there's a huge disconnect between the thought and the actual physical manifestation of it. I feel a lot of people get into the mindset, they get into the think aspect, and they're like, they'll say consciously like, oh, this is great, oh, I believe this, oh, this is the truth. However, there is a disconnect there. For some reason, they do not actually grow rich. They continue to struggle with debt and bad relationships and just unhappiness all around. And it's very, very curious. It's very interesting to me, in my opinion, because it just seems that like there's such a big following for this, but the amount of people who actually physically manifest the results of what they're thinking seems to be much, much smaller. So I definitely have been putting in some thought about why that might be the case. Now, I think the foundation of this book is belief, is having faith in yourself, in infinite intelligence, in the laws of nature. It's just believing, having faith. That is the foundation of this, right? And I think a lot of people, like, they can read through this and, the chapter on specialized knowledge, organized planning, decision-making, persistence, the mastermind. All these topics, like, consciously, we can grasp onto them and be like, all right, I see the practical use of that. But chapter 3 in this book on faith is by far the most important, and I feel that's the one people have difficulty grasping. But the ironic part, the fact of the matter is, if you don't get that part, if you don't truly believe, none of this will work, right? If you just consciously say, all right, it's possible to think and grow rich. I got this. All these people did this. Edwin Barnes, Thomas Edison, all these people, Henry Ford, they all thought and they grew rich because of it, so I'm going to do it too. If you think that consciously, but you miss the point subconsciously, you don't have faith, then you're not going to grow rich. And that is the fundamental issue, I believe, and why more people don't actually manifest what they think. And this book has changed the lives of millions of people. It really has made a cultural impact, that is without question, right? But the fact of the matter is also that a lot of people don't become millionaires after reading this book alone. And that, I think, is because they do not believe in what he's saying. Essentially, though, just to summarize, it is one thing to truly believe in something and have faith in it and know that it's working, that it's in process, that your thoughts are manifesting. And it's another to think that 1 second and then act another way the next. Like, if your habits do not align with the thought, then it's not going to work for you. Like, say you consciously agree with Hill in the book, and then afterwards you go out and you spew hatred or something. Like, you go to a college campus and you start preaching. I remember when I was in school, there was always somebody like that on campus. That will negate the initial thought, right? So it doesn't matter, even if you consciously believe in this, you say you believe in this, if your actions don't align with this, if you don't subconsciously believe in this. It's just not going to work. And that, I think, is the reason most people don't grow rich from this. And, they wonder why. Then they blame the book and they get bitter and they're like, oh, this is crap. This doesn't work. It does work. It's the issue is with you. Now, I am going to say that I'm not out here flaunting money. I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I know somebody's probably going to drop that comment and be like, oh, well, are you rich yet? And monetarily, I'm still working at it. In a lot of other ways, especially spiritually, absolutely. The more times I read Think and Grow Rich, I'm on my 7th read now, and the more other books I read, I'm reading also The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. The more I read that stuff, the more I'm just like, I feel a shift in me. Like, I feel like, my inner being, my subconscious mind is aligning to something greater, as they both call in their books, infinite intelligence. I don't know if that's what it is, but it feels like something is happening, so my belief is being strengthened. But I definitely don't want to lie to anybody or try to pretend I'm something I'm not. So I'm definitely not a millionaire right now, but my belief has been strengthened immensely from reading these books, and especially from this one right here. Now, I'd love to hear from you guys, though. Let me know down below in the comments. What do you think is the main issue or the main reason why people don't think and grow rich? Do you think there's a discrepancy between the thinking part and the physically manifesting it? Or what do you think exactly? Let me know down below. And also, let me know overall what your thoughts are about Napoleon Hill. Alright, guys, but until the next video, I'll see you around. Keep striving at it, keep thinking, and keep growing rich. See you guys later.